Hello everyone, I'm RB. Welcome to my video discussing, recapping and reviewing Love Island. So the episode ends with Tiffany as she feels like there's doubt in her mind for her and Ronnie, but we'll get back to that as back to the start of the episode where Joey's surprised by Io and the shock kiss. Meanwhile, Mimii said she's not feeling that one. She tells Nicole it's not funny. Nicole backs her. Mimii said even Uma was shocked about the kiss and that it was embarrassing. She said she's building a barrier in bed. But personally, I think, shouldn't she reconsider her relationship with him altogether? Anyway, the girls say they'd be livid if their guy picked a girl to kiss like Io did. They also discuss the Ronnie kiss to Jess in the game. They know Ronnie can hear, and Jess said it was putting a front on, that Ronnie was trying too hard. Harriett said loudly that he's full on acting. Ronnie said to Tiffany they'll prove a few people wrong, and they can hear the girls chat, and Ronnie asks, "Who's acting?" Harriett said, "None of your business," that she's not talking about him. That was sort of impressive from Harriett, and I didn't know she had it in her. Then Ronnie goes back to Tiffany annoyed. Tiffany is basically reactionless, but makes her standard noises. Separately, the girls are laughing. Harriett said of Ronnie that you've changed your mind quicker than the wind changes. To be honest, that's my quote of the episode. And Jess says Ronnie's trying too hard. Ronnie tells the boys that Harriett called him an actor and he said it's muggy and he won't allow Harriett to mug her off. He said he's won the prize and they somehow all applaud him. Ronnie is still talking about the acting comments and Matilda says that maybe his comments to Jess caused the speculation and he said that's his banter. Harriet's approaching and she calls Ronnie for a chat and he says no. In the confessionals, Tiffany thinks it's dramatic that Harriet's a fiery personality. Uma talks to Will. She thinks it was muggy from Io to do that. Will says it's petty. She said she doesn't feel that way about Io anymore and that it will bother Mimii though. Joey and Io chat. He says Io surprises him every day, that Mimii will be annoyed. Io says how? He said he didn't cop out and that he did like her. And when probed by Joey, he says he's not going to say that not at all to liking her. So this is from my opinions. Io knows that it would annoy Mimii, as they've even discussed this as a hypothetical with Kieran. So there's no excuses really. Matilda and Omar chat about their love languages. Toes were mentioned, but hopefully they don't speak about toes too much. Sean comes to take Matilda for a chat. From Omar, the girls see and they think he's coming on too strong. But what do you think? Comment below. Omar says to the girls, he's cool, calm, and collected. He said it's naughty what Sean did, and Jess calls it rude. But Jess is kind of stirring with Omar about Sean, but why is she being so bitter? Sean and Matilda go to the hideaway. They look happy. He said he can't stop smiling. He's excited. She says she feels the same. They both say they have the feeling from when they met. And he said from the challenge, he whispered that he can't wait for their kiss tonight. She said it's too early, but that it's coming. He apologizes. But she says she loves the confidence and said that they're still strangers, but so far she likes what she sees. She said that they look good together, and he said that they're matching again. She said she won't tell anyone about the pie, and neither will he, and I think they both handled that well. Matilda says to the girls that she finds him so cute. Grace said he's also manly. The girls tell Mimii she's well within her rights to be annoyed with Io. I mean, to be honest, she should back herself more, because she seems to be in doubt of what she's thinking. Then Harriet was crying and Jess comforts her. Is Jess genuine? What do you think? Comment below. Uma tells Will that they need to wait for the lights to be off, so it looks like they'll be kissing. Then it's nighttime. Ronnie and Tiffany kiss, Will and Uma kiss, and Joey and Grace kiss. Then it's morning time with the squinty eyes and the sunglasses. Matilda tells Connor about the near kiss with Sean, but that it was too early, and Connor says hats off to him. Then Uma admits there was kissing from her couple. Meanwhile, Harriet now feels fine. Mimii said it wasn't cool about the Io kiss, but she doesn't want to hear about it wasn't a cop-out. Omar makes a coffee for Matilda and he narrowly beats Sean because then Sean brings one just after him. Ronnie feels like he's changing for the better. Io said he still had a connection with Uma and that he was honest. And Jess says her challenge kiss with Connor was alright. Then we go to Tiffany, and she doesn't want any drama. Matilda said she loved it when Sean pulled her for the chat from Omar. Well, Jess wasn't expecting that, was she? Matilda said she will see who will pull her for chats. Sean said to Omar that they're both interested in the same bird. Sean was explaining about swooping in to speak to Matilda, and Omar said he could do the same and to do this in a better way. He said to Sean to let me do my thing. In the confessionals, Sean felt that the conversation was a bit over the top, and he might be right, as this is standard Love Island behaviour. I mean, don't they all do this? So what's the big deal now? The girls like Omar's body. He then pulls Matilda for a chat, and he relayed the Sean chat to her, but she said she finds it a bold gesture, which she likes. Sean is with the group and they laugh about Sean swooping away of Matilda, that it was a statement. Jess said Matilda likes it. Sean said he enjoyed it and that he wanted to kiss her, but he felt like Matilda's not been in there long enough. He said he respected that. And Joey said it's game on, also that Sean's got the upper hand. They dare him to swoop on the chat again. Now that would have been funny. Sean and Harriet chat and they say it's giving weird about how Ronnie suddenly changed. Sean thinks that Harriet needs to put him in his place, and she said what she meant from acting is how he's portraying himself, and Sean basically agrees with her. Ronnie tells Tiffany he feels like him and Tiffany are moving well. She said they vibe. He said love is in the air. Mimii and Io chat. She said he could have picked someone else for the kiss, and he said, who else would he have picked? Anyone? And he said that it's not serious. She said, what about her feelings? He said he thought about that, but then picked Umar because he just pecked her. And she said it's the principle. He said he wouldn't kiss anyone else, and she said it's fair. Is it? And then she said she would have copped out, and he said, are you mad? And she said she didn't feel that her feelings were considered, basically, and he said it was just part of the game, and then he apologizes and she says it's fine. In the confessionals, she said she feels better. But is it really fine? What do you think? Comment below. Joey asks if Grace is open, and Grace said that it's hard. She said not really, and he says the same. He said what they've got is too special, and she said if he wasn't there she'd get to know Omar. And Joey said Omar sniffs about a bit, and he said he can't stand snakes. Matilda and Sean chat. He said he was patient, but he had to swoop in, of the chat from previously, and she said she loved it. He said he will be a bit hostile with Omar, that the situation in general will be a bit hostile, and she said she's enjoying to speaking to both of them, but she wants to find out more about him. And Grace said to Nicole it's going well with Joey. She said she's used to games normally, and she said Omar can say flirty comments to her, but that if she needs to, she will tell Joey about it. Then Ronnie speaks to Tiffany. She wants to stay out of the drama and that he should speak to Harriet to hear her out, and he basically says we'll see. Matilda and Omar chat. He's again talking about feet somehow, and he's a few times brought this up, and then he said he likes how a toe looks, and yeah, we'll just keep away from that one. Harriet advises Sean to walk by the chat, and he said he's going to play it cool. Joey said, don't put the brakes on talking to Matilda, that Omar is on her all day. Joey said, man up more to grab her now, and Joey calls Matilda for Sean. So Matilda and Sean chat, and she knows he's kind of giving her space with Omar. He also said he doesn't want to suffocate her, but she said she's not suffocated and she's enjoying her time with Sean. He said he's willing to gate crash more chats, and that she said he's got to be ruthless. She said she fancies him and that they both have kind hearts. Personally, I feel like it's going well between them and they're well suited and they really have great communication. Elsewhere, Tiffany tells Jess she feels that she could be further along with Ronnie, and she said something's missing basically. She says there's doubt in her head and that it's just too jokey. And in the confessional, she said she doesn't feel like the chemistry is fully there for her. So it'll be interesting when Ronnie's on the other side of rejection, as he's treated the other girls poorly. Then there's a preview. Maya's back with the public's decision. The episode was reasonable, but not super exciting. But what's your opinion? What did you think of the episode? Comment below and like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and catch you for the next episode.